According to Torah, he's married to 2 women and now has children with those 2 women. The anti-bigamy law, the illegal, unconstitutional, demonic, liberty-binding, Morel anti-bigamy law, denies him the right to have a family relationship with both women and all of his children. And one of the 2 women's right to a family relationship with the man. One of the 2 women is going to have her family rights removed because according to the illegal U.S. Seizure of power, will deny one of these 2 women the right to her husband and the right to the father to be a father to her children, because according to the power seized by the police action and the unjust rulings of men against the will of the founding fathers, will allow or force perhaps those children from the second woman whom the state or the federal government does not recognize to grow up without a father, and the second woman to grow to be nurtured in society without her husband and to become a ward of the state, basically, dependent upon the state. Thus breaking up the unified family unit of the entire unit. So again, this is a seizure. Not only is it a seizure of power, an unconstitutional seizure of power, it is the destruction of the family unit because government is involved. And either one of the women will suffer or the children will suffer. There will be division, there will be a schism, and there will be a destruction of the nuclear family unit. This is why it's so important for you to support plural marriage, polygamy, even if you don't agree with it. Because your very freedom to speak and to share, the freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, the freedom of a free press, the freedom to gather and to assemble without the threat of incarceration, and the freedom to speak and to share one's own mind and one's own feelings. These are fundamental freedoms, and if one injustice done somewhere will be an injustice done anywhere. It's like a chain, it has a ripple effect. When you deny polygamists and plural biblical married people the right to live freely under the laws of the land, the original legal laws of the land, the Constitution, your own freedoms are in jeopardy. They'll come knocking at your door one day and saying, you're not free, you're a cult, we have to get rid of you. You're white, we have to get rid of you. You're black, we have to get rid of you. You're Hispanic, we have to get rid of you. Your religion, your freedom of religion is not free. We're not going to allow you freedom of religion because we don't approve of your religion. We don't approve of your lifestyle. We don't approve of your wives. We don't approve of your children. We don't approve of your breeding practices. We are not going to allow you to function freely. This one has freedom, this one has freedom, that one has freedom, but we're not going to, because you're a danger to society. That is exactly what Adolf Hitler did. That is exactly what every fascist does. It tries to selectively choose and breed the family rather than giving the family the freedom to choose and to breed itself. The Ninth Amendment to the Constitution does not guarantee individuals the right to join together into a family. Yes, it does. We can join any family we choose to. We have the freedom in the United States of America to join any family we choose to. If Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, is leading you and blessing you with a beautiful, loving, nurturing, biblical family, you have the right to join that family without the federal or state telling you that you can't because you could only license, only one person is legitimate. The other person is not a human being. The other person is not legitimate. If that doesn't get you angry, then shut me down. Go to another channel. You know, go watch Lady Gaga. You know, I'm not interested in proceeding further with you. But if you are a man or woman of justice and unrighteousness and inequality bothers you, and you realize that black folks are not the only ones who need civil rights. We all need civil rights granted by the founding fathers of our republic. Then stay with me. Stay with me. Share this. Get the word out. These are end times. These are challenging times. The family unit that you're building today is the family unit that you're going to take with you into the kingdom, into the millennial kingdom. You are preparing a tribe, a family, a little kingdom to go from this age into the age to come, which Messiah, Mashiach, Yeshua, the son of Yahuwah, will take what you build. It's not going to be in vain. The word says in 1 Corinthians 15, your labor of love in Yahuwah, Yeshua Mashiach, is not in vain. Whatever you're building now, you will be allowed, because soon everything that can be shaken will be shaken, and only the things that Yahuwah builds. And the first thing he built, Adam and Lily, Adam and Eve, was the family unit. Those things that cannot be shaken will remain. Those things are going to come with you. So that is the very thing that the government has come to stop, because this is the unit, the tribes, these little kingdoms that we build, where the husband is the king, the priest, the wives are the queens of the home, and are to be treated like royalty. We're not talking about child brides and child bride taking. We're talking about consenting adults done in the privacy of their own lives. Consenting adults. Now please note that the anti-bigamy laws do not and cannot deny a man or a woman the right to engage in a sexual relationship with more than one woman. Let me say that again. The illegal, unconstitutional Morel anti-bigamy laws of 1862 and the unsuccessful challenge against it, Reynolds, USA, 1879, still, despite their illegality and despite the suffocating of human freedom, cannot deny a man the ability to engage in sexual relationships with many women. Because you cannot legislate morality. Morality is not something that legal or illegal laws can legislate. Morality has to come from personal faith and conviction, and from the higher power, the ultimate higher power, Yahuwah, creator of heaven and earth. These laws, only succeed in denying the individuals of the United States the right to identify themselves as a family unit. I'll say that again. It doesn't stop sex. It stops families. Let me say it again. It doesn't stop sex. It stops families. Families are the only thing that are going to survive this age, that are going to go into the Atid Lavo. The only thing you're going to build in this life that you could take with you is your seed, and your seed's seed in this life that cannot be shaken is righteous seed that will be transferred into the Atid Lavo, and then into the world to come under the Messiah. And that is exactly what these illegal laws, designed and structured and propagated and promoted by the devil, by Satan, tells you that is not kosher. Meaning, the biblical family is not kosher. Sex outside of marriage is kosher. If you allow this teaching to minister to you, you will begin to be an advocate for those things that the author of the Bible is an advocate for, even though you may not be comfortable with it, even though it may not be your cup of tea, even though you weren't raised this way in Catholic school, even though you weren't raised this way by your Lutheran or your Baptist parents. I'm talking to some of you Baptists listening today on the RAMYK Channel. That's what a disciple is. A disciple is someone who allows the scriptures and the truth to change their minds and their thinking and their life, yes, even their lifestyle, if what their parents and grandparents taught them was not right. It was learned religious behavior or passed down through society. Because everyone listening to my voice at one time believed that polygamy was illegal in the United States. Some of you still listening, you're still not convinced despite the evidence. And this is the problem with your fossilized customs. See, fossilized customs are not just about when the Sabbath is, or worshiping on Sunday, or Christmas, which we know is clearly pagan. Fossilized customs come in a lot of forms, in a lot of places, in a lot of different ways. So the anti-bigamy laws, the illegal anti-bigamy laws, do not deny men and women the right to have sex and procreate. They deny them the individual rights to identify themselves as a healthy family unit. An anti-bigamy law is not an anti-adultery law. An anti-bigamy law is an anti-family law, and it is an unconstitutional law, and it is not. Freedom to pursue our relationships is the law of the land. The original law of the land is freedom to pursue relationships. let us take a quick overview. Civil government has no power to legislate or destroy